how sweet.
Fuck is wrong with people?
It's true, man. So what was this other Vlad video you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's the Wayne thing with the...
Yeah, I want to talk about this other Vlad video before we bring in our guest. Right. Very special guest today. But the Lil Wayne video. In the video, if you don't know, Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up
I heard
a couple weeks ago in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hit. Nobody got killed. Okay. So Vlad asked me what I thought about it. I said, I love it. And the reason I said I love it is because I said, yo, if somebody would have got shot, somebody would have got killed, I'd have been like, that's fucked up. That's not what the culture is all about. But since nothing but the bus got hurt, I love it.
Why?
And the reason I love it is because I feel like we live in an era where people can portray these images, right? Mm-hmm. And they portray these images of these gangsters. They portray these images of these killers, these gangbangers. But these guys aren't really living like that. You know what I'm saying? They're walking around with security. They're going home to their families. You know, Lil Wayne's a multi-millionaire. He's not out there. But these young, impressionable kids, they don't know that. So these young, impressionable kids are influenced, and they go out there and live these lifestyles.
And they bang,
and they're the ones that get fucked up for real, for real. Yeah. They're the ones that really get shot. They're the ones that really get killed. They're the ones that really end up going to jail. So when these situations happen to these guys like Lil Wayne.
Karma, you're saying.
Not only karma, I just like for kids to see that there are consequences to these actions.
Okay.
And back in the day, in the 90s, when motherfuckers used to act like that, the real motherfuckers would get at them. The real street niggas would get at these motherfucking rappers for pretending to be something that they're not. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
and then not only that, just on a pure entertainment level, I get tired of seeing Young Thug talk about all this gangster shit. And, you know, he's flashing his guns on Instagram. And then Wayne's talking shit about him on stage. Motherfucker, why don't y'all do something? If y'all really supposed to be about it, why don't y'all fist fight or something? No. Y'all don't got to shoot at each other, but shoot in the air when y'all around each other. No. Just to let motherfuckers know, like, nigga, we out here. Like, let me rap used to be about that shit, okay? You couldn't just talk crazy. Motherfuckers would confront you with the Sauce Awards. When Suge really had a problem with Dr. Dre, hey, man, you see, before he go accept his award, go punch him in the face. And after he got punched in the face, what happened? Immediate retaliation. Young Buck stabbed the motherfucker. Okay? If you're going to pretend, or if you're going to be the savages, be the savages. Go all out. Wipe each other out. I don't give a fuck. All I care about is these young, impressionable minds that see this shit and think it's no consequences to this shit. And it's they do. Listen, when I see some bad shit happen to somebody, I don't want to be that person. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. If they see more of the so-called gangsters in rap, they see more real shit happening to them, meaning they're getting in altercations, or they're getting shot, or getting shot at, or they're going to jail, they wouldn't want to be that.
I think you're making a good point here, and I think you could even go further and say that Wayne and Young Thug and these guys talking about this life who aren't living it are the real culture vultures.
Oh yes,
they're taking advantage of this hood lifestyle, profiting off of this hood lifestyle, but not living it and promoting it to the youth who actually does try to live it, like you're saying.
Yes.
So wow.
Hey, guess what?
Now I don't want them to die. Sorry,
I don't want them to die. I don't want them to die.
I don't want them to
get. I said that in the video. I said the reason I'm saying this is because nothing got hurt but the bus.
Question: do you think that life is better for today's rappers than it was back in the day? Like, I think maybe a lot of the rappers that are coming up now, like you have the J. Coles who went to college. You have these people who weren't coming from the slums.
I love it.
So maybe the landscape of rap is changing in that it's not about this thug shit.
You know why? That's a great point. When you talk about the J. Coles, when you talk about the Drakes, when you talk about the Wale's, when you talk about the Big Seans, these were the young kids that were sitting back watching Pac get killed. These were the young kids that were sitting back watching Biggie get killed. They watched Shine go to jail for shooting up in the club. Plus, they probably had a bunch of guys in their neighborhood who they saw, you know, go down because of all the bullshit. And they was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that way. That's what Kendrick said. I'm a good kid in a mad city. I see all of this shit around me, but I don't want to be involved with that because they're wise. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So that's why I say I love when I see gangster rappers get involved in real gangster shit, because it shows some young impressionable kid out there, that's not the route I want to go. And just on a pure entertainment ignorant factor, I like when gangster rappers do gangster shit. If you're going to be about that shit, be about that shit, nigga. And wipe out each other. Don't go fucking with, if you Lil Wayne, don't go fuck with Kendrick. If you Young Thug, don't go fuck with J. Cole. Yes, y'all should be fucking with each other. Y'all should be trying to take each other out. Since y'all want to be ignorant, since y'all don't want to appreciate the blessings that God has bestowed upon you, where you get to go travel the world and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, in Lil Wayne's case, millions of dollars, doing what you love to do. Since you want to still be about that fuck shit, go do fuck shit with each other.
So how should they settle beefs now? How do middle class people settle beefs?
This is what I said on the Vlad video.
How do upper class? No, Chris made a good ass point. Lawsuits.
No. How about this? Rap. Remember that? Remember when guys used to always make records about each other?
Yeah.
Y'all don't even do that no more. Where the bars at?
Wow. And you know what? Now is the perfect time because we don't have to wait for it to come out on a CD.
Yes.
We could literally hear it tomorrow. Oh, you beef, dude.
Where the bars at?
The internet might be the best time for rap beef.
Listen, man. Where the bars at? Listen, if you're not, and this is like I said on the Vlad TV video, if you're not going to rap about it, if you're not going to fight each other when you see each other, if you're not going to shoot a stab when you see each other, then everybody shut the fuck up.
Well, what's the point of rapping if now the expectation is, oh, if you don't like somebody, you got to kill him?
It don't have to be that way. We can bring the power back. Listen, somebody asked me this on Twitter. They was talking about, yo, you don't think it's fucked up to say what you said about Wayne and Young Thug? I said, do you think it's fucked up that they rap about the things that they rap about? The guns and the violence. Yeah. Rappers are the ones who put it out there that they have to be so real. Oh, that's what he asked me. He said hip-hop is the only genre of music where people have to prove that they're real. Rappers did that. The general public didn't do that.
No, that's
rappers did
every
that.
genre of music.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
Nobody gives a fuck if Ozzy Osbourne's busting his gun.
Because he's not talking about busting his gun.
But that's my point.
But we require Ozzy to be crazy. Remember when Ozzy was biting off bats' heads? If we found out that Ozzy had like a strictly gluten-free diet, that he went to the gym 2 hours a day, we'd be like, well, this is bullshit.
Well, what do you expect Sam Smith to be?
Say what?
What do you expect Sam Smith to be?
Gay.